Hey everyone, Jason from Trading Games, and today me and Chris are going to go over a recent purchase he made. This is my copy of Mario and Luigi, and this is a copy that was just picked up from an internet website. I'm going to let Chris take over here, and we're actually going to do an opening of this and see what we're dealing with here.
All right, well, I actually picked this up on Mercury a little while ago, and kind of immediately I noticed that the words Nintendo DS were pretty blurry, so almost right away I knew that it was a repro copy. It was dirt cheap. It was supposed to be factory sealed. It was like $20 or something like that. I can't remember at this point. It's been a month or two and just been sitting back for a while now, but I wanted to bring it in to kind of compare it to a real copy and kind of take a look at some of the sides. So I was pretty impressed, honestly, with how good of a job they did on this seal, right? The Y-fold looks pretty similar to others that I've looked at, but as me and Jason were going through some of that, we noticed that, for example, on this, the Y doesn't 100% on a standard copy will kind of break off. On this, it kind of goes all the way. This is really what made it stand out to me. So if you kind of take a look in comparison to the actual copy, you can just see right out the gate how blurry that was. If we look closely, you can see how different the color is. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I don't look at Partners in Time that often, so I think on first glance, honestly, if it wasn't for the words Nintendo DS and noticing that they were, bled a little bit, I don't know if I would have caught it right away, and I would have maybe, especially with it being supposed to be factory sealed, it might have sat that way for a while. So decided I want to open it up and just kind of see what's actually on the inside of it and go from there.
Yeah, that's really exciting.
Let's do it.
And then we also can, with our experience in opening games, we kind of feel what kind of plastic they're using too. Now I can just tell by the sound, it's a real low quality plastic. It's a lot thinner. It's a lot thinner in mill and crispier than what we should be. So first glance inside.
So something that, I've learned while working here.
There's your obvious.
On a lot of reproductions, what you're going to see in comparison.
Yeah, go ahead and set it right by it.
Yep.
So the one on the right is the real one. The one on the left is the new one we just opened.
On a lot of these repros, you'll notice that it's got a rounded edge over on the left corner. So that's like just immediately going to be your first indicator. If you notice on the real actual copy, it's cut, it's perpendicular, it's in a straight line, and this kind of rounds off. So right out the gate, if someone was showing me a stack of DS games and I saw that in there, I'd know it's fake. At quick glance, if you don't know to look for that, I mean, they did a great job with it. I'm not trying to make it sound like, oh, look how good of a job they did, but like, man, these things are getting better and better every day, And
we still have the fake over here on the left. And there's not very many differences, when you start looking here. Another indication that I found is an often way to tell. Let's see if I can get this to stand up like this. Is the way they snap together. So the one that I'm holding in my hands is actually a real one, and they just seem to snap together nicer. Do you see how the top one there, even the mold marks are just not nice and sharp? It almost looks like they've just been kind of trimmed up. You see in the video there how that, and that's an indication it's just sloppy put together.
Now, does come with an instruction booklet.
Yeah, I see the discrepancies in the booklet too. It's good though. It's actually better than the art on the.
It's so this is something that came from a complete copy. It is missing, and like an official insert is another good example of what's not in here. We had the DS pamphlet or poster, rather, whatever, warranty information, health and safety that they've probably produced thousands of.
Let's compare our cases. So we have the fake one up top, real one on the bottom, and the Game Boy Advance slot's missing, and most of the games, even the re-releases, typically still have this Game Boy Advance slot. But they went even as far to imprint the DS in with even like this same shadow box around it, but it is definitely not a real Nintendo DS case.
You know, I think all in all, I think there's a lot of people that would go right by them, you know? Especially kind of if you're planning on buying sealed stuff, right? You know, I saw this and the person was only selling this game, I think like a Phantom Hourglass, like one or two. They might even have like Pokemon White or something along those lines. I can't remember at this point, to be honest. But I kind of want to play the game, and it was $20, and I was like, new, cool, let's give it a shot. And that's what I got. Mercury, be careful with that. It's, from what I hear, a lot of sellers enjoy using it, but it's the opposite of eBay. So they're more protecting the seller than the buyer. So I accepted the product, and you only have 72 hours to fight it, and I noticed a couple other people that bought from that user had fought and said, like, Mercury didn't do anything about me buying a counterfeit item. They said I accepted the item and opened it, and that's that. So be careful when you see some of that kind of stuff.
Buyers beware. If the deal is too good to be true on a really rare game and it's sealed, well, this is what you probably end up getting. But like I said, and like Chris said, the biggest indicator is this corner. And all the fakes, they have not perfected this corner, although they've been getting a lot better. This is always going to be sharp right here and not there. Well, that's another trading games video for the day, and I hope this helps out more than a few people in the future here. So good luck and keep hunting for those games.
Bye-bye.